Let's go. Let's go.
Hey guys, BLACKHOLEGAMERS here, and today we're talking about State of Decay 2, and I have done some digging around, and I've found some rather interesting information. But before we get into, I just want to take a moment and say click the like button and share this content with your friends. Enough said, let's get started. Oh, and I almost forgot, my main man Gizmo, the Destroyer, is here. Say what's up.
What's up?
Alright, he's going to be going down the synopsis with me, so let's get started with number 1.
Yes.
Alright, this is speculation, but more of maybe too soon to come idea. We might actually be able to customize our vehicles to State of Decay 2. Take a look at this picture that I actually got off the official website under media. This is a red car. It looks like be a station wagon or maybe a muscle type coated with a metal bars on the exterior of the car. If you look closely, you can make out there are actually metal bars on the windows. Unfortunately, we cannot see the front of the car, so we can't see if there's bars in the front grille or the vehicle. Other than that, this picture just depicts a zombie apocalypse in State of Decay 2, but wouldn't it be cool if we can actually customize our cars to make death trap vehicles like in that one movie where the survivors made chainsaw slots on the outside of the truck. Some zombies tried to climb on top of the truck. They used chainsaw slots to actually cut the zombies off. But I think that's pretty cool for me. I would like to have that. And now I want to ask my friend Gizmo, what do you think about that, man?
Man, I think that would be some fucking great shit right there.
Yeah.
You know, just to mow some zombies down with some chainsaws on the side and fucking spikes in the front, you know? Oh my gosh, that's my dream.
Yeah. Alright guys, if you take a look at this picture, you can see a guy looting a house, and I'm looking at the book bag, and I'm like, well, this is like an extra large book bag, but if you remember in State of Decay, year 1 edition, you had 10 slots in an extra large book bag and like 6 slots in a regular book bag. So this might be a new variation of the book bag or the backpack or whatever you want to call it. But there's also a counter argument. This also could be the new rucksack, which I doubt it, just because of what the rucksack used to look like in the State of Decay 1 and now in State of Decay 2. This might look like it because it is green, but at the same time, the rucksack was more of a cylinder shape, but they might have changed it to look more realistic or whatnot. So this might also be a problem or a counter argument, as you could say. But with the rucksack, you know, you couldn't really put stuff in. It was more of a pick up supplies and take it to your truck and then take it to your base type of feel, which was really annoying. I didn't really like the part of that, but I guess it added an extra layer of depth in State of Decay. But my thoughts on this is hopefully this is a brand new book bag with about 10 to 30 slots inside. So I'm hoping for it. What do you think, Gizmo?
Well, yeah, it could totally be a rucksack book bag thing. And what a zombie game needs is a very large book bag. I mean, you couldn't ask for a large book bag, I mean, if you wanted one, because you need one.
You definitely need one, especially in State of Decay, because always something
You
to pick
definitely
up.
need one.
Yeah,
You gotta have a big backpack in a zombie game.
definitely. It's Daisies type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And now moving on to base building and locations. If you look at this first image, you can see a guy walking by a drive-in. This is an actual base location. In this next image, you can actually see the sign in the background. Now, what I think of this picture is of very great importance because it shows the new compounds in State of Decay 2. Alright, before I discuss this matter, I just want to say that the guy in the first picture is actually in the second picture in the background, shadowboxing, and he might be shadowboxing or he might be moving or checking inventory, I don't know. But I just wanted to point that out, that's kind of cool. Okay, I just wanted to point out that the base building seems to have dramatically improved since the last iteration of State of Decay. We see the return of the farming mechanic, and the storage facilities are back as well. And it looks like to the right, they are preserving food of some kind, which is awesome since State of Decay 1. Your community seems to go through food like they did go through windows, which is unnecessarily.
I would like to add that, you know, base building is another key to a zombie survival game, and who doesn't love to, you know, just build a base and gather survivors and just experience that you can't experience, you know, in the real life.
True. Base building is a big key. I ain't even gonna flex.
It is a big key.
You know.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's 100% right. You just gotta have a base, because if you don't have a base, then nothing's gonna feel like you're surviving. It's gonna feel like you're lingering from house to house, which is not. Well, I mean, that is kind of
Yeah.
true.
And honestly, that's a key thing that DayZ misses. You know, that they need to add base building.
Yeah, true. Even though like the tent thing doesn't really work that much often. Like you can.
Yeah, the tent thing does not work at all.
Yeah. Now, as for the location, all these pictures, except for a couple of them, show off the mountainous countryside of Trumbull County, which in my opinion is great, since State of Decay 1 really showed off the farmland and rural area, however you say that word, part of Trumbull Valley, which was not really that eye-popping interesting. There was 3 points of interest, which was the 2 towns in the military base / mini town that you can go to, and I guess if you went up to the campsite that you first started the game, you can also go there. But to be honest, there's really nothing to explore. It gets redundant, including when you play Breakdown. It's really redundant, and it's really stale after like a couple of hours, especially after like your second Breakdown. And there's not really a lot to call your base or whatever you want to, like base wise. There's really not a lot of options. You either go for the outside football area. Is it a football area, I guess, or you go to the compound, the storage unit compound and stuff. But as for State of Decay 2, this is looking like it has these city areas, these camping areas, has neighborhoods, suburbs, and it looks like it has a combination of what we like to see in zombie, like with DayZ, which is a prime example of a large countryside with little towns and a big city area, which is a great combination. But at the same time, the countryside seems to outvast the city areas, making it feel like we're always in the wilderness 90% of the time when we're going from point A to point B, which I think State of Decay might actually do right or correctly. Now that we got the locations out of the way, I want to show you guys a picture to show off the city setting. In this terrifying shot of horde zombies, this basically confirms that the hordes are back, and they look bigger, better than ever. Now, this is in an alleyway of some sort, behind some type of office buildings maybe. This definitely looks like it's gonna be much harder to stay alive in the city areas now that they're adding these vast and look like colorful hordes, I guess. Now they have different zombie models. Last State of Decay did not have a lot of zombie models, unfortunately. And if you look at the center, you can actually see a returning feral zombie, which is called the Screamer, the Shouter, or whatever you want to call it. And it looks like they have done a well design of redesigning him, or redesigning it, to be honest. So we have something to look forward to, and I can't wait to actually walk around the downtown area of Trumbull County. Do you guys remember how hard it was to raid the police station in downtown Trumbull Valley? You remember that, Gizmo? You know how hard it was?
I do remember that, actually.
Zombies just used to be all across the street, just wondering what you're doing in there. Every time you try to raid... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I bet I went through 30 characters just trying to get into that building.
Wow, I went through 2.
Yeah.
It's hell, because it's like for some reason they know you're going in there, and it's like all the hordes just want to come down the street and attack you.
Exactly.
Yeah. If you want to hear more about locations, go check out my other State of Decay video that I did 2 months ago. I think I talked more in depth about customization and locations than I did on any other topic in the video that I actually wrote down or written. So go check that out. It'll be right here. Okay guys, the last 2 things I want to show you are the cooperative pictures that I have. They're not really all that significant, but they do very well in showing the co-op mechanics work in State of Decay 2. So this one shows 4 survivors prepping for combat. This image definitely shows the roles you and your friends can play. So just from this picture, I'm going to try to do my best of my ability to name the roles of these 4 survivors, starting with Seth Rogen on the far left. So the Seth Rogen character, he looks like he definitely plays as a smart, nerdy type, also the charismatic person in the group. Hint at the glasses and how he's only the one holding his weapon at a lower stance. His role is to keep the group alive with his knowledge and quick wits, but his flaws lies in his lack of ability to hold his own, always needing help from someone when there is a sign of danger. Okay, so the black guy now, he's definitely is the leader here, as he is in front with his weapon ready at arms to be the first to strike the zombie down. His role is basically making the tough calls and calling the shots. He definitely has the last say in anything the group decides. So the girl, by the way she is holding her pistol, my guess is that she is from a military background and doesn't look like she's the joking type either. By her facial expression and her stance, she definitely is a brute authority in the group. If anyone has to get infected, she will be the one to pull the trigger and put them down. She is for the safety of her group and also looks like the type to say unit instead of group, always giving commands in army terms that no one understands. Now the ninja, he's the definition of quick and deadly. He'd rather stay behind in the shadows and pick his prey off one by one. He is unbelievably unpredictable, never knowing what he might do. He is as mysterious as the day he joined your group. He says few words and never acts on instinct, always being cautious, always looking out for his group more than himself, and his fellow survivors never grasp the concept that he stands for. With that said, that's all the information that I have pulled up on State of Decay 2. That's basically everything they've posted on their website, undeadlabs.com. Go check that out. You can find some pretty interesting stuff. Go to their forums, learn about the games, and what they're trying to implement into State of Decay 2. I would like to thank Gizmo for being one of my friends on the video, because he's pretty cool. We're thinking about, should we do a State of Decay 2 walkthrough co-op gameplay, or is that what you guys want to see? Like, let me know so I can make this happen. I'm always down to do some zombie apocalypse gameplay, roleplay, or whatever. So just let me know. And with that said, I would like to say I'll see you in the next video after this video.